Yo, it's finally summer and we're not gonna stink. So here are some hygiene tips to add this summer to keep your hygiene fresh, to smell good and feel good.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Summer is the season we sweat the most, we tend to smell, we go outside a lot. It's just that time that we actually need to pay attention to our hygiene. So I'm adding these practices, new routines that I added, but most actually are stuff that I've already done that has helped me and that has actually changed my hygiene. Summer, the sun is beaming and the last thing I want to be is self-conscious about like if I smell. So we need to take that extra step to take care of our hygiene. And I'm going to be sharing with you all the hygiene tips that I will be doing, but also have already been doing that has been working for me. Let's get started. Number one thing I'll say is pay attention to your hot spots. Everybody's different. Every single body's different. We all have different areas that we struggle with sweat, stinking areas, okay? For me, when I think of like smelling bad, I think of, let's go head to toe, okay? I think of scalp, bad breath, underarms, downstairs area, and feet. I feel like those are like the main hot spots. Obviously the rest of our skin is important, but when I think of like summertime, sweat, hot spot, what's gonna smell first? That's exactly in my head. So it goes from scalp, breath, underarms, downstairs area, and feet. Some things tend to smell more than the other. So know your hot spots and keep that in mind when you're buying products, when you're making your shower routine, when you're adding, that hygiene routine, when you're watching all these hygiene videos and being like, maybe all of it's not, something that will help me, but what would help me based on my body. So most of these tips I'm telling you is something that has worked for me. So ask yourself, do you sweat a lot? Do you have dry or oily skin during summer? That's important too. Do you need to pay more attention to like your feminine area, like the intimate areas? Know your body and know what it needs. Also, one thing I'll say is everything you do for your hygiene adds up. Even the smallest things add up. Like after the shower, you'd clean your ears with Q-tips. You'll be like, oh, nobody's gonna see inside my ears, but you're doing it for yourself, which adds that up. And that's how you become, like, you can level up your hygiene. You're heading towards like genuinely being clean from the foundation, and instead of just spraying perfume and not really doing like the actual hygiene work. Because let me tell you one thing, I think we all know this, but summer brings out things that we haven't been taking care of. So like there's a lot of skin showing. When a lot of skin shows, that means a lot of smells. And if you tend to sweat like me, I'm a sweater now. It's like you have to pay extra attention to how to clean your skin so that, the sweat doesn't mix together with the bad bacteria, which causes odor. There's just different things. So know your hot spots, know what you need to pay attention to. I just wanted to get that out the way because I feel like everyone's different. So like just keep that in mind as I'm telling the rest of the things I'll be doing because that's very important. Okay. Number 2 is all body deodorant. So this all body deodorant is gonna be my friend all summer long. All body deodorant is what it sounds like. You could put it all over your body, places that tend to smell. It doesn't only have to be your underarms, and it's also safe. So the one I use and that I've been using for like the past year is obviously Lumi. This smells really good. It's the Peony Rose, but it's for pits, privates, and beyond. I haven't reacted to it, and this is something like a quick fix. Obviously, you need to do shower and everything like that, but during the summer, you're outside, you're spending the day, most of the day, you can't go back home to refresh. You could keep this in your bag and just reapply it. Like for me, mostly it's underarms. Sometimes if I need to, between my thighs, but not like get it up all the way because I don't want it to get to like, the vaginal area. I don't want it to cause anything. The downside to it is beware if you have sensitive skin. Don't just try any all body deodorants and think, oh, it's gonna work for me. Like you have to know your skin. I have sensitive skin, so I was like, I can't just have multiple all body deodorants and then I decide to put them between my thighs and then I get a rash. You just gotta be mindful of when you get the stuff. I would say like at least test one out if you want to really try the all body deodorant. On the other side, this could be really handy. Like if you have a workout class, if you're going on a hike, you're outside, there's a picnic, there's an event that you're at. And the best part about Lumi that I like is that it's invisible cream. So I get the invisible cream one. There's one that's like white, the one that's like, solid. But one thing about that, let me be honest, it did leave some white residue under my arms. And I did not like that because when I pull it up and then there's like lines of white residue, I don't like that. This is actually cream. So if I put it on like this, you can see like it doesn't leave anything. It's clear. So I like this. But I know there's other ones. Target has a lot of options too. And also brands are catching on. I've been seeing a lot of brands in Target saying all body deodorant. I'm like, oh, they're catching up. Proud of you. Again, this is something to reduce the odor, nothing to like, almost like a temporary scent. It's like something like you're during summer, it's a hot day and you feel self-conscious and you're like, I just want something to put on. All body deodorants. But Beyond that, don't forget your regular deodorant. We all need to find our deodorants that work for us, reapply it, especially if you're in a group setting, concerts, workout classes, wherever you're going this summer. Please wear deodorant. And also carry it everywhere with you. I feel like regular deodorant is way more important than all body deodorant. All body deodorant is like, that extra step. The next tip, you've already heard it from me multiple times, but I'm gonna keep saying it. It's to double cleanse and use cold water to rinse. Double cleansing has changed my hygiene. Just overall, if somebody's like, in the past 5 years, what have you done that has literally changed how you smell, changed your hygiene, changed the health of your skin, just the appearance of it. For me, I'll say double cleansing. Hygiene starts inside the shower, and double cleansing really just gets everything. What causes odor is we have bacteria on our skin. And so when we don't wash that properly and we sweat, the sweat mixes with that bad bacteria and causes that funk. If you really take care of your skin, wash properly inside the shower, once you come out, it will help and reduce the smell even more. That's why I talk about showering a lot, because that's where it starts. You can wear all the perfume, all the body sprays and everything like that, but it will not mask the odor that you have. So inside the shower, take your time, wash your body in depth, okay? And I'm not saying have a bunch of soaps. You do not need that. If you have one soap, you can double cleanse twice. Like those hot summer days. Honestly, I use it the whole year. Dr. Bronner's is something that's just a staple inside my shower. I love the sensitive skin one. I love, my number one obviously is the rose, like the pink one. I get it from Target. And then I also like peppermint, but peppermint, I like it more for like my feet because it's just so potent. I don't know if that's a good or bad, but anyway, it's very strong. The smell is very strong. So I feel like when I clean my feet with the peppermint one, it just helps. Also diluted with water. I just put a little bit. A little goes a long way. There's also dial soap, regular bar soap. That's a good first cleanse. And then I go in with my second cleanse, something more moisturizing. Also a smell good soap, something like that. Finish off rinsing your body with cold water. Cold water has a lot of benefits. It is good for your nervous system. It's good to for your skin to glow. Cold water just does something to the skin. Once I started staying consistent, rinsing with cold water, that's when I saw my skin change. The appearance of it. So I had a lot of bumps. I had a lot of just different things on my skin, the back of my thighs, the back of my hand. Once I started rinsing with cold water every single night, it's not even for a long time, just 30 seconds. Less body acne, less active body acne. So I still had scars, but more, new body acne just stopped coming. So I was like, oh, but I did add I stopped washing my hair inside the shower. Conditioner was not on my back. I just added those small things and I just saw my skin transforming. So for the wellness part, the shock of the cold water hitting your body will result in deeper breaths and increase in your heart rate, which leads to the rush of blood throughout your entire body. When you're inside the shower, rinsing with cold water, you're like, I did that last night. I was like, it's okay. Breathe it out. Breathe it out. This is good for the... But I've seen cold water just help me glow. Okay, once I get out of the shower, I feel like, I don't even know if this is true, but this is just what I think of. My pores are just, you know what I mean? So whenever I put my body butter, it just feels like it's plumped and it's just glowing. And in general, summer's hot, so I'll definitely be taking cold showers, but I'll be more consistent to that, and especially every single shower that I take because of these benefits. Next thing I'll say is face and body sunscreen. Face, we already know that. I talk about that a lot. I feel like I don't talk about body sunscreen as much. So our face needs sunscreen, so does our body. The skin is one, okay? I know that each part is probably more sensitive. Our skin on our face is more sensitive than our body, but it still needs some SPF. And if you're not wearing sunscreen right now,
why not?
If you're inside, if it's raining outside, if it's sunny, whatever weather it is, if it's cold, if it's hot, wear sunscreen. Make that a habit, because I feel like when I was young, at least, they told us that we didn't need sunscreen because I had melanin. Then I grew up and found out the sun does not have preferences. The sun does not care. It'll hit you. Sunscreen protects us from sun damage, sunburn, skin cancer, uneven skin tone, hyperpigmentation. There are so many benefits. You don't see it when you wear it for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. But when you stay consistent to it, you start seeing your skin change. I think for me, the number one thing I saw was I had acne scars. I didn't have a lot of acne, but I did have just, a couple hormonal acnes that were just stubborn. The dark spots will not go away. Then I started putting the right amount, which is 2 finger lengths. Once I started doing that, the dark spots started fading away. I don't know how that works, but I know that protecting your skin from the UV, basically sunscreen absorbs the UV from the sun so that it's protecting your skin. And with that process, I don't know exactly how it does it, but it started fading the dark spots I had on my skin. Also, uneven skin tone. If you struggle with that, try sunscreen. Put on sunscreen daily. make it a habit. Find a sunscreen that works for you. So if you have oily skin, maybe an oily sunscreen will not work for you. Maybe that will break you out. If you have a dry one, maybe you need one that has oil or some type of like moisture and you don't break out as much. I have combo skin, but I'm more on the dry side. So I've been trying to find a summer sunscreen. I've been trying to find a summer lineup, like a sunscreen lineup. I mainly started this a month ago and just really trying to hunt for like different sunscreens. What would help me? I wouldn't buy it, but I would just do research. And I think I found the summer sunscreen for my skin. It's the Innisfree sunscreen. I got it from Sephora. Does not have that much oil. So if you know, I've been using the Naturium sunscreen and I love that, but it is on the oily side, more heavier. The Innisfree one, not too much oil, but it also moisturizes my skin, but I also feel like my skin is being protected. For my body, I've been using Supergoop. I actually recently bought, hold on, let me show you. I bought this Rio de Janeiro Rio Radiance SPF 50 body spray. This is something you could just spray everywhere. First of all, this smells good, but also it's easy to apply. It's nothing that you're putting on your skin and rubbing it. Charosa 87. It has like that pineapple, coconut, tropical smell to it. This is black girl friendly, okay? It doesn't give white cast, and I love that because I've bought so many sunscreens. I put it on myself and I look purple. But also I like the Supergoop Play. I like the Supergoop Glow. I think that's my lineup for summer. I really like what I have right now. I know it's not like really hot summer yet, but I did go to Florida last week for a wedding. I used all of these. And when I tell you I felt protected, I did not have a single burn. Sometimes I have burns if I don't put enough, especially on my body, on my shoulders, and the UV was high in Florida. I actually went tanning. Oh, speaking of tanning, if you do like tanning, Supergoop actually has a tanning oil and it has SPF 50. Being protected while tanning. Use sunscreen. I just want to show you which one I'm using. Just practice wearing sunscreen every single day. Protect your skin, and also you'll see a difference with your skin. Rest. Next thing I'll say is switch to summer products. So switch to products that your hair, your skin reacts better to it during summer. So for me, for my curly hair, I can't use the same products for winter, for summer. So I'm slowly trying to figure out what works for me. I actually saw a comment that said what causes the frizz and like the humidity and the shrinkage during summer is using products that have glycerin in it. So if you look in the back of your product, the curly hair product, and your hair tends to puff up, shrinkage with humidity, check if it has glycerin, and if it does, maybe that's why. So I'm like, let me try that. So I tried it this week, and this is actually a product with fully no glycerin. And if you can see my hair, it doesn't look shrinked up. I adjusted my hair, so this is second day hair, but I think this is accurate. Like, I feel like glycerin holds water. Like hold on. Glycerin is a humectant, so it draws moisture from the air into your hair, making it puffy. And that makes sense. So that's why I'm trying to use products for my hair that has no glycerin, so that it doesn't puff up and shrink. But also for my skin, I already told you I switched sunscreen. So Naturium works perfect for me during the winter because my skin is on the drier side. So it kind of adds moisture in that oil while protecting my skin. But during summer, my skin tends to be less, like it doesn't need as heavy products. Actually, today when I did my skincare routine, I didn't even wear moisturizer. I just went straight to my sunscreen. It feels like a moisturizer, but also it's a sunscreen that protects my skin. Double win. For summer, lighter products probably work better than in the winter. It's just something that you just gotta evaluate with yourself. Again, like what does your hair like during the summer? What does your skin like? Are you breaking out during hotter weather, or do you break out during the winter? It's something that we just gotta change, and it doesn't have to be your whole hygiene closet, your whole hygiene products, small things. I feel like for me, the most important things are curly hair, my skincare. So like even nighttime moisturizer, I don't want nothing heavy. Just shop around to see what you need to switch for summer so that you can feel good, you look good. Know what you need, know what your body needs, and listen to it. Okay. Speaking of summer products, the next thing I'll say is carry a hygiene pouch. So it's something that you just put in your bag. It could be like travel size, but have like the main things that you need, and you can carry it everywhere with you. So get some type of like a small pouch that can fit in most of your bags. I really like getting the travel size products. And if not, there's like these containers that, you can get the travel size containers, and then just get the products you have from home, put it in those smaller containers, and you'll have it everywhere you go. And this is very important to me because I started doing this last year, and you don't know how many times that pouch came in handy. There were times where I felt like I needed to reapply deodorant. The deodorant's there. It's travel size. It's the invisible cream one, so I just put it under my arms. If I need to put it anywhere else, it's all body deodorant too. For me, the most important thing is to put in that pouch deodorant, feminine wipes, sunscreen, hand sanitizer, and a small body spray or perfume. I already have my lip gloss and everything like that. Also, speaking of that, make sure you put SPF on your lips. I feel like a lot of people forget. I forgot for the longest time. While I'm doing my skincare, I treat my lips like it's my regular skincare. So I put hyaluronic acid, and then after I'm done, moisturizer. The next morning, I put SPF on my lips. Treat your lips like the rest of your skin. If you struggle sweating, especially on your face, and you're wearing makeup and you just don't want your makeup to get messed up and you tend to sweat easily, one hack, coffee filter to blotch your face. Get a coffee filter, literally the ones that are like circle, cut it in like 4, stack it, put it in your hygiene pouch, and anytime you start sweating, I start from my nose first. It's something like my dad sweats from his nose too. Once I start sweating from my nose, that coffee filter just absorbs the sweat. I know like Fenty has blotching powder. You can carry like a powder puff or something like that to just absorb the sweat. Coffee filter almost like takes it away instead of like spreading it. So you just kind of put it on and then takes it away. But that comes with, it might lift your foundation, it might lift your concealer, but it's something, if you need like, quick, blotching the forehead is starting to look shiny, that helps. That hygiene pouch is just something to refresh, something you could carry around, something like, okay, if I start to smell myself, we're in like an event and you're just kind of feeling self-conscious about yourself, go to the bathroom, you got that pouch. Also, another thing I do is I don't like stacking my deodorants. It's just something I don't like. So what I do is if I'm somewhere and I want to reapply deodorant, I go to the bathroom, I get the paper towel, put water, and make sure to take off that old deodorant. Even if I'm sweating, especially if I'm sweating actually. I take the old deodorant and then reapply a new layer of deodorant. I feel like that helps me feel fresh. Like I don't have that old deodorant just still there. I said feminine wipes for my hygiene pouch, but what I really carry is like it's 100% wipes from Walmart. Only 3 ingredients, it's literally water. That also helps take off the deodorant. So just be prepared and carry a hygiene pouch for the summer. You never know when you need it for those hot days. The last thing I'm gonna say and do actually is detox underarms. Detoxing your underarms is basically like a reset. I call it a factory reset. I do this once every 3 months and it's something where it pulls out everything from my underarms, especially if you're aluminum free, which I am. Aluminum free. If you don't take care of yourself that well, look funky. Speaking of aluminum free funk, I actually saw this quote. Your aluminum free deodorant is breaking up the family. And I'm not gonna lie, if you don't do it the right way, being aluminum free actually makes you smell worse. So there's like steps that you should do if you are trying to transition from regular deodorant to aluminum free, because it is safer. It is something that's a preventative. The aluminum is not, it's not the best for everyone. That's the reason I switch, is because it's like a preventative. By not using aluminum under my arms, your underarms need to be detoxed from like all the aluminum and everything like that. And I feel like underarms is a big concern for a lot of people during summer, including me. I tend to sweat a lot more ever since I switched to aluminum free. So it's something that I need to pay extra close attention to. Double cleanse, take care of my skin inside the shower, my underarms, and also detoxing once every 3 months. And so how I detox is I use Indian Aztec clay and apple cider vinegar with the mother, and the mother is good bacteria. The measurement is just the right amount. So if I do 3 tablespoons of Aztec clay, I do 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. I mix it, I put it under my arms, and I just leave it for 20 minutes. And one thing is, we'll get tired of doing this. So, one thing you could do is like put it under your arms, lay down, and just watch TV for 20 minutes. And the time will go by, the mask will dry. But what it does is Indian Aztec clay is good for like detoxing. Apple cider vinegar, you already know. One of my favorite things to use for hygiene. Apple cider vinegar antibacterial properties will prevent bacteria from growing on your skin and will neutralize any odor-causing bacteria, keeping you from smelling clean. So that apple cider vinegar mixing with the clay, factory reset, will get that ready for you. And it's the perfect time to do it now, because for the next 3 months, it's summer. I'm actually gonna do it this week. It will get me set for the next 3 months. I also feel like when I do these detoxes, it holds the deodorant better. Obviously, I have to reapply. Speaking of apple cider vinegar, our scalp tends to sweat and the sun is beaming on it, so maybe it has that odor to it. You don't properly cleanse your scalp. Apple cider vinegar actually helps with that. It's another thing to like neutralize the smell. It's really good to help clean your scalp. You could mix it with your shampoo, or you could do like a spray bottle, dilute it with water, and just spray it on your scalp. Let it sit there before washing it. If you struggle with buildup, obviously if it's severe, go to a dermatologist. They know more. But if it's something where it's just like you just finished braiding your hair, you haven't touched your scalp in weeks, and you need something to really cleanse your scalp, apple cider vinegar. It'll do, okay? And also double cleanse. There's an outside smell. I know a lot of people might disagree. There's an outside smell, okay? And it traps inside my hair, and I don't like that smell. For me, it's not something that I wash my hair every single day. You know, curly hair, natural girls, we know we don't wash our hair every single day. So it's something that we just gotta be more mindful of. Obviously, I've talked about hair perfume. This is my favorite one. I like this one too, Rizzo's Curls. This is a summer hair perfume. It just has the summer scent to it. Rizzo's Curls came out with the hair perfume. I'll be using this way more. Actually, I'm gonna apply that now. It just smells too good. If summer was a scent for hair, it would be this. Hair perfumes help, but that's just a mask. Remember, you just gotta do the foundation things. Oh, I got one more tip. I thought that was the last one, but the last thing I'll say is find your summer scent. This is something very important to me. I'm so glad I didn't skip it. I thought it was the last one, but I want to talk about that. Find your summer scent. Find something that will remind you of summer. Something that will just make you happy every time you wear it. That hair perfume that I just sprayed, that smells like summer to me. So this is for my perfume girlies. For those who love body spray, smelling good, scents, perfumes. Find a summer scent. You know, shop around. I feel like this is something to like romanticize your summer. Something extra. Obviously, this is not a need. It doesn't even have to be perfume. It could be a body spray. It could be something that you could reapply. A scent, a roll-on scent. Something you could wear every single day. I love having a seasonal scent. I love having like a winter scent, a fall, spring, summer. Spring, summer. Joggers. Every time I say that, I have to say that line. It's just something. When I have a summer scent, it just puts me in the mood. The thing I love is like when it's winter and then I go back and smell my summer scent, it just takes me back to summer. I've already showed you this, which is the Rizzo's Curls hair perfume. This is one of my major summer scents. It's Missy by Rosie Jan. It was like tropical, coconut, pineapple, and pina colada. For a summer nighttime smell, I actually made this. There's this thing called Olfactory. You customize your own perfume. I love it. I took my friend for her birthday and I made one and I called it Grown Woman. It says Olfactory NYC, but I did it in DC. I live in the DMV area, so we went to the DC location. You go in, you have 1 hour to pick the scents. And the process, it's kind of long. By the end, I kind of felt nauseous because it's like smelling different things. I think I made the perfect perfume for me. This is definitely not a daytime smell. It's definitely a nighttime. So this is like my summer nighttime. And obviously, I can't forget another 13. This is my everyday scent. I also like, this is like a summer scent, but I don't wear it as much. But Chance Chanel, this green one, the perfect daytime summer smell. This is definitely more on the fresh side, so if you like that fresh scent, you might like this. So this is probably my lineup for summer scent. I like what I have right now. Smelling good just adds and just boosts my confidence. So when I smell good, especially during the hot days, doing this, going to different events, and I smell good, I feel confident. I'm not in the corner being like, I wonder if I smell bad. I do all of that. And then on top of that, I have a summer scent. So it's something that's like additional, but I just love perfumes. So it's something that is very important to me. And one thing about these perfumes that I just realized right now, it's actually small enough to fit in every purse I have. Or if not, I have this thing where I got it from Amazon, but you could get your bigger perfume and put it inside that small container and then you could just spray it. It's like this tiny thing. I forgot what it was called, but it's like a travel size perfume holder. My sister bought it and she gave me one of those. Comes in very handy. So romanticize your summer, and a small way to do that, especially for me, is to have a summer scent so that I smell good and feel good. I think those were all the tips. I just couldn't skip the summer scent. But thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the summer. Hopefully these summer hygiene tips will help you. These are definitely things I'll be doing, but let me know some of your summer essentials, summer hygiene products that you're going to be using, something you just discovered you added, favorite sunscreen. If you have a signature summer scent, I would love to know, because one thing I love doing is going to stores and smelling different perfumes. So let me know. But thanks so much for watching, and come again.